Sammy Rubin.
Oh, we have big stars. It's kind of exciting here. Let us begin. They are both huge stars in Great Britain. This is like the backhanded compliment, the way they wrote this. They're huge stars in Great Britain, and with films like Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead, we've actually heard of them as well here. Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. You don't object to that introduction, do you?
No, it was quite nice.
It was faintly offensive.
We've had a lot worse, I can tell you.
What's the word?
Very passive-aggressive, to be honest, Sam, but certainly you're okay.
It is a bad quality. What's the worst introduction you guys have ever received?
Probably that.
Yeah, it's up there. It's definitely number 4, at least.
No question about it. You know what? Blake Danner was here. Bill Hader's coming tomorrow. Lots of people are talking about this movie, Paul. You guys have tackled, I don't want to necessarily say other genres, but maybe I will say that in kind of a parody way. Why the space alien? Why did this idea attract you guys?
We just love aliens. We've been into those. I mean, we grew up on a diet of Steven Spielberg. Not obviously, literally, that would be sick. We on a diet of Steven Spielberg's films, and also the science fiction oeuvre. And we just wanted to make one of our own. That's the kind of our rule of thumb. You look at me like you love me. Is that true?
Just the word oeuvre. It's very early. It made me want an egg.
You know what? I was struck by the word oeuvre as well. I think that's very impressive. Besides oeuvre and genre, what other highfalutin filmmaking words do you know?
Can we all stop saying oeuvre?
Mise en scène.
Canon
is a good one.
Trope.
Trope is nice.
Camera. We could go on.
Craft services.
In the press notes, it suggested that the two of you wanted to do this movie because it enabled you to film in better weather. Is that a fair assessment?
That is where the movie started from. Yeah, we had a lot of rain one day when we were shooting Shaun of the Dead. And Naira, our producer, said, wouldn't it be great to shoot a film somewhere where it didn't rain? That started off, you know, we started thinking about the desert, the Mojave Desert. Then that became kind of... Don't jump.
I thought you were going to hit me.
That became Nevada, and then, you know, it wasn't a big step then that these guys would go to Area 51 and find an alien.
And we thought, who'd be the perfect people to meet an alien? It would be a couple of, like, science fiction geeks. I mean, it's like a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
But, you know, as you'll see in the film, it's not as smooth as that, and obviously you'd be a bit freaked out if you saw a little sort of alien in the desert.
I think in hindsight, though, we would have probably set the film in Fiji or something. It rained quite a lot in Santa Fe.
Fellas, you will be pleased to know we have a new anchor here in Los Angeles. I know you watch our show every day.
Every day.
We're very aware of you, yeah.
Yes,
Get it sent to us.
Yeah, in a box. But Chris Chabal is here, and he says Run, Fat Boy, Run is his favorite movie ever.
Who said that? Chris Chavez?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want you to know that the LA Marathon is coming up, and no joke, a lot of people, it's their first marathon, and they watch that movie as inspiration. It's really a fun movie to watch.
It's a very inspiring film. I try and run 4 or 5 marathons a year, and I always put it on before I go.
It's the truth. I'm not blowing my own trumpet here, but that movie made almost $100 here in the US.
Wow. We have
figures you can't ignore.
It was $76, but you know what? Every one of them well-earned.
Box office gold.
There were some returns, right, I think?
Because you guys have no sense of humor, can you help us? Bill Hader is going to be live in our studio tomorrow. We wanted you guys physically live here, but we couldn't afford the catering.
We're not physically live either. We died in 1978.
You know what? You and me both. But here's the thing I was wondering. I'll ask you, and then we'll play this tape for Bill tomorrow, and he won't know that we've set this up.
Okay.
You
know Bill's right here, right now.
No, is he really? No.
Bill, they're going to do something weird.
All right, gentlemen, you brought in Bill Hader from Saturday Night Live. Were you happy, or how's his performance in the movie?
His performance is great. Personal hygiene,
yeah,
low quality.
Goodbye.
He smells faintly of cheese and regret.
As do many people. Did you ever confront him about the cheese and regret aroma?
Every day.
You try to, but it's very difficult to broach. It's a very difficult subject to broach.
He's a lovely guy, Bill. In all seriousness, Bill has been attached to Paul longer than anyone. He actually played Paul in an early effects test that we did back in 2008. So he's one of our closest and beloved friends, and we're very proud that he's in this movie.
Well, gentlemen, it's very nice to speak to the two of you. The movie, Paul, which has received terrific notices, opens this weekend. We look forward to seeing it. Thanks a lot, you guys.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you very much.
Thanks
Go
so
see
much.
it.
There we go.
I kind of love
Those guys are funny.
I kind of love
They're hilarious.
You know what I love is when you show that clip tomorrow, you're going to cut out the last part about how great he is. And that's the part I'm going to love seeing.
Oh, yeah, I had it all figured. Hey, guess what? Jeff Bridges, less than an hour away, live right here.
So great. Thank you so much, Sam.
Okay.
6:53 is the time. Let's check in with Jimmy Chan. Look at the road.
Those guys are